Mobile County celebrates her bicentennial. That's 200 years. Let's fast forward through our 200-year history and recapture some of those pivotal events of our history. A history steeped in the grand fashions and strivings of multiple nations and cultures that make up this great country and our great county. Ready for the journey? Let's go. In the year of 1812, as Napoleon's sweep of Europe was nearing its end, a quiet development occurred on the shores of Mobile Bay. On December 18th, Mobile County was created by proclamation of the governor of what was then the Mississippi Territory. But otherwise, 1812 was hardly a quiet time for the Gulf Coast. The War of 1812 against England was underway. At nearly the same time, American Indians reacted violently to the forceful seizure of their lands. Hundreds of settlers were killed at the Battle of Fort Mims in Baldwin County. In turn, Americans reacted with outrage. Andrew Jackson and his American forces vanquished the Indians, leading to a momentous turn of fortune. 23 million acres of land changed hands from the Indians to the U.S. government, feeding a wave of land-hungry settlers.
It was the start of Boomtown Mobile, perhaps the wildest 3 decades in the Bay Area's 3 centuries. So many new people arrived here, in fact, that the Mississippi Territory was divided and Mobile County officially made its home in the new state of Alabama. Cotton ruled as king and Mobile County turned wealthy.
Blacks and whites did not share equally in the rewards of antebellum Mobile, however.
While Creoles, with some of the oldest roots in the community, enjoyed a degree of freedom and a lively social life, the domestic slave trade started up in earnest during this period. January 11, 1861 marked yet another era, beginning with Alabama's secession from the Union. At Fort Gaines, we are reminded of the fateful Battle of Mobile Bay, where Union Admiral David Farragut issued his famous command, "Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead." Yet it was a full 8 months later that the last Confederate troops laid down their arms at a farmhouse in Cushla near the M&O rail line. Also important was the federal arsenal at Mount Vernon. Even before the state seceded, Alabama militia captured the Union's arsenal. A storied history followed after the Apache people, and notably Apache leader Geronimo, were imprisoned at the site that today houses Searcy Hospital. It was again the waters of Mobile Bay that proved to be the lifeblood of the community post-war and post-Reconstruction. The building of deep ship channels to Mobile's riverfront ramped up commerce and revived the economy. In West Mobile County, vast plains of farms and nurseries flourished. Codin and Biola Battery came into their own as resort destinations with their own railroad spur to deliver vacationers from all over the nation.
I'm Alma Johnson. I moved to Citronelle 84 years ago. Citronelle became a resort destination known for its herbs and healing waters.
Shipbuilding, an essential anchor to Mobile County's modern economy, was born out of necessity with the start of World War I. Shipyards sprouted along the riverfront and all the way up to Chickasaw, transforming swampland into construction yards. Growing prosperity changed the landscape.
Shipbuilding grew to spectacular proportions in World War II. 40,000 workers were employed by Mobile shipyards, turning out a ship a week. The new Brookley Field Air Base also employed 17,000 civilian workers.
As the modern era emerged, growth and diversification of the economy and the community was shadowed with problems of race and education. To the latter, a cast of extraordinary leaders lent their wisdom and vision.
Community leaders like Joe Langen and John LaFleur led the desegregation efforts and were instrumental in staying the kind of violence that affected so many other communities during this era. At the same time, the contours of Mobile County emerged. Modern times also produced a stunning turnout of influential sports and arts figures.
Lots of athletes got their start in the Mobile area. I got my start playing baseball down the bay and in Tolmanville. Today there are 5 of us from Mobile who are in the Baseball Hall of Fame, a record topped only by Chicago and New York. And that doesn't include the countless other Major League and Negro League stars from Mobile. I'm proud to be from Mobile, and thank you for preserving my boyhood home and naming your stadium after me.
Arts figures include singer Jimmy Buffett and author Winston Groom.
In modern times, population flowed to all corners of the county, following an intricate web of roadways west to the Mississippi line, south to the Bay Waters, and north to Mount Vernon.
Beginning with only 1,500 people, we are now a county of 413,000 citizens living in 11 cities. They include the descendants of all our history makers, starting with our Native American Indians.
In the end, we are the outcome of our history, even as we move forward to make our own. We cherish today this rich, living history that mixes the descendants of our last 200 years with the many people who today come here from all over the world.
Happy birthday, Mobile County!
You rock!